Your ads are starting to perform. Congratulations. In this video, I'm going to show you how to scale your ads vertically or horizontally. When you stick around to the end, I'm going to give you some ninja budgeting hacks that you will absolutely love. Vertical scaling is small budgets across a lot of audiences, and horizontal scaling is when you have bigger budgets across fewer audiences. Let's talk about the first way, vertical scaling. You've got lots of audiences that are performing well, and so if one audience stops performing, you're not as dependent on that audience. The cons would be that you need to cultivate a bigger library of audiences. So you're going to spend a lot more time and put in more legwork to making sure that you're always developing your audiences and that you've got enough that are performing super well for you. Also, you might need to rotate those audiences. So give them breaks here and there for a couple of weeks or a few weeks at a time. So you'll want to make sure, again, that you have a good volume of audiences to work with. Let me give you a few tips for scaling vertically. So when you are working with your audiences, I would conduct 4 experiments to see which number is right for your account, because every single account seems to have its magic number. So start your budgets at 20 a day, 40 a day, 60 a day, experiment number 4, 80 a day. See which budget seems to really get your ads performing right from the get-go. And most likely you're going to discover that your account works best when you start it at one of those 4 budget levels. Now let's talk about scaling horizontally. So when you scale horizontally, you're working with far fewer audiences at a bigger budget. So what are the cons? Because this probably sounds really good, right? Less work and letting the algorithm work in your favor. Well, it doesn't work for every single ad account. So you're going to have to try it out for yourself, conduct a couple of experiments, and see if it performs better for you and it gets you a higher return on your ad spend. Now let me give you a couple of tips if you want to experiment with the horizontal scaling methodology. Most people will find that their audiences kind of have a set point where the budget, if you increase it, it just makes your cost per conversion more expensive. So see how high you can take your budget before it increases your cost per conversion. My second tip for scaling horizontally is try opening up your targeting. So instead of going so narrow with a few different interests, try just opening it up, letting it be very, very broad, and see what Facebook's own algorithm and AI is able to do for you. Before I get to my budgeting hacks for you, I want to give you one quick reminder. When I'm working on my audiences and I'm scaling, I'm always launching them a dozen at a time. You could launch them 20 at a time, 5 at a time, 2 at a time, whatever works for you. And I'm very pleased if 2 or 3 of them work out. So just remember, most of your audiences will be duds. They're just not going to work for you. You're going to look for the few that are moving the needle for your business. As promised, here is a ninja budgeting hack for you that you're going to love. So the algorithm works best when we have 50 conversions in a week. So let's say that your conversion cost is $5 a conversion, just to make it easy on the math. So $5 per conversion times 50 conversions in 1 week is $250. Now you can start to reverse engineer what you should experiment with starting your ad set budget at. You can say, well, $250 divided by 7 days in the week is roughly $36 a day. So now you can experiment with setting that budget at $36 a day, let's say, and see if that algorithm really takes off for you and makes your ads even better. When you're scaling, one of the biggest things you've got to keep an eye on is your metrics. And in the next video, when you click here, I'm going to show you the 3 metrics that you must stay laser focused on. So go ahead and click over and I'll see you there.